along with the thigh across the head, which looks like he could get a lot of leverage on there, but you really can't get too much leverage with your leg in that position. You're getting most of the leverage from the arm by.
Okay, 5-0. Eckley on top as we enter the second period here at 103, the first bout of the evening. A bout that Hamilton coach Ralph DeLibero said will set the tone for this evening.
Cook's riding a tight waist there with the, he's got both wrist control. He's trying to work a half in there, it looks like.
Can hear his father, Hightstown coach Paul Eckley, yelling, "You got to move."
He's got the cross face, the underhook cross face there. He was riding the ankle, tried to bow and arrow cradle it up when he puts his head in the side to try and bend him into a cradle.
Still looking, yeah, he's still looking for the cradle, Sean.
Now he's going for the outside cradle, looks like.
Eckley trying to straighten that leg out, not having too much success.
He let go of the cross face and went to the wrist there underneath. Looks like he has a 2-on-1. Now he lets go of it.
Halfway through the second period. Eckley on top 5-0.
Oh, he's locking his hands. No, he wasn't. Looked as though he was locking his hands, but it was actually Cook's wrist that he had hold of. Can't lock your hands around someone's waist unless you have an arm or something else in there. It's automatic one-point penalty.
Or in a pinning situation, correct?
Right. You always have to have something in there with you. Around the neck, around the head also. You have to have an arm or a leg in there also. You can't just take a straight headlock with nothing else in there.
"35 seconds to go in the second period. Cook not having much success with Eckley.
Trying a Peterson roll there. Eckley's going to have to get back to his face, back to all fours before he can get out of this.
Well, with just 5 seconds to go in the period, looks like he's going to just ride it out. And he'll have the up position for the third and final period, with Eckley leading 5-0. Cook had the choice, I guess, there, and took the down position, looking obviously for the escape or the reversal, I would think, Sean.
He's really going to have to work now to get 5 points back, starting down.
Gets up on his feet, but Eckley puts him right back down on the mat.
Couldn't get his hips out. You have to get your hips out to make that switch. And Eckley rode his hips right with Cook's, and fortunately, he got him back down to the mat.
Eckley trying to get a... looked like he was trying to get a half in there for a minute.
Surprised I haven't seen a Hightstown wrestler watch a whole JV match. I haven't seen one of them go to the tight waist near ankle or far ankle. Not one Hightstown wrestler riding the ankle, which is a very effective riding move. He's got to hug his hips there. Eckley's got to hug Cook's hips before, so he can't break away. Stays with him again.
Minute and a half remaining. Third quarter, or third period, pardon me. I'm thinking basketball, Ryan. 5-0, Eckley in control. First match of the evening here at 103 pounds, Hightstown versus Hamilton.
Eckley stepped over Cook's leg in the back there. It's very effective. And he's working the half underneath.
Trying to get him turned, but unsuccessful. Minute to go.
That's that bow and arrow right there. He's trying to work the cradle. He pulled his arm through. He's not getting any back points there. It's on the line.
Okay, 49 seconds remaining, and Eckley unable to pad his margin at this point.
Eckley well in control, though.
It's going to be an uphill fight for Cook from here on out with just 49 seconds to go. No scoring in the second period at all. Eckley got all 5 of his points on a takedown and a near fall in the first period. And we'll will go back to the center of the mat one more time as just 8 seconds ticked off. Cook, as we mentioned, came in 10-2. Eckley with a 9-1 record.
That time Eckley did take the ankle, and it couldn't have a more opportune time because Cook was trying to stand up, and as he did it, Eckley got his ankle and brought him right back to the mat. Now he's riding the ankle. Should take the tight waist for it, though.
Just over 20 seconds remaining. Now exactly 20 seconds to go in this bout. 5-0. It appears Eckley is going to win the first match of the evening, and as DeLibero said, it would set the tone possibly for the rest of the match.
Got a reversal here.
Reversal with 6 seconds.
Cook sat back into Eckley. He managed to get in a position between the two to turn around, but it's all for naught.
5-2. Eckley is the winner at 103. Hightstown gets 3 team points and goes on top 3-0. The next weight class, 112, we'll see Rob Hebert for Hightstown. Hebert comes in with a 3-7 record, and he'll go against, I believe it's Craig Peterson is going to come out on the mat for Hamilton. Peterson with a 2-1 mark. Hebert is a sophomore. There's Hebert. And Peterson a junior. This match appears to be a toss-up, as did the first one if we go by records. Peterson gets the takedown, the initial 2 points.
Totally opposite builds on these two wrestlers. Hebert is a short and stocky wrestler, and Peterson long and lanky, very long limbs on him.
Doesn't appear to be a 112-pounder at all, does he?
No. It's going to be much tougher, I think, for Hebert to ride Peterson with those long limbs.
Hebert in the down position. Peterson.
Trying to arm roll in there. Didn't quite roll through with it. Almost got caught on his back.
Almost. Quick move, though. He was able to avoid it as he turned over.
I think he realized the arm roll wasn't working and wanted to get back before he got caught on his back. Peterson's getting a little high on his ride there.
50 seconds to go, first period. Peterson in control, 2-0 with a takedown.
Peterson's got the wrist underneath. He's trying to dump him. Doesn't have too much leverage with his left arm. He's trying to dump him. What you should do is get his arm out of there and take a crossface or try and work a half in.
Looks like he's going for the cradle too, though. He almost had the hands locked, but just wasn't able to hold on.
Yeah, actually, Peterson doesn't have Hebert's hand underneath there. Hebert's got a hold of Peterson's hand because he knows if he lets it go, he'll come out with a crossface and dump him over with it. You can see there, Hebert holding on to Peterson's wrist. Peterson, his wrist was free. He should bring it out front. He keeps dumping him.
5 seconds to go, first period, as Peterson trying to get Hebert over for some back points, but he's unable to.
Peterson, if he had just pulled that wrist out and took the crossface, it would have been much easier to dump him. He managed to dump his lower torso and step over that leg, but he couldn't get the upper part of his body over.
Okay, one period complete here. 2-0 in favor of Craig Peterson of Hamilton over Hightstown's Rob Hebert at 112 pounds. And Peterson really had the better of that first period, no doubt about it, Sean, although he wasn't able to really pile up too many points against Hebert.
He's got an arm bar in there, and a nice tight waist. If he gets that wrist, he's going for that wrist, because if he gets that wrist out to the other side, it's easy to roll him over. He's running it around, he's running it, trying to turn him. Oh, he's riding high now.
Not too high.
Peterson ducked out from under, he's got him on his back.
Reversal, and he's going to get back points out of this too.
He holds onto that elbow. Gets 3 out of it. Hebert got a little careless, got a little too high, and Peterson took advantage of it.
Just it appeared when Hebert may be making a comeback too and get back into the match. Peterson takes advantage of it and gets 5 points just like that. Appears he might get some more back points, but Hebert is able to get out of it for the time being.
Right here, all Hebert can think about is trying to get that arm loose and get back to his base. He can't do anything from that position. No back points as yet.
Hebert rolls over, no back points once again.
That time Peterson was too extended for the back points, trying to roll him that way, and Hebert rolled through with it.
Hebert with a reverse. 7-2 now to score in favor of Peterson as Hebert gets his first points of the match. Down to 20 seconds, however, to go in this second period, and Hebert again looks like he's riding awful high.
He sure is. He's going to get himself in trouble again. Peterson can lift up and dump him over, and he's trying to pop his head out. He'll be in control again. 4 seconds to go.
No back points there for Hebert. He does get his first 2 points of the match. But Peterson in control now, 7-2 after 2 periods at 112 pounds. Hebert made a nice move there for the reversal, but Peterson likewise before that with a score 2-0 with a reversal in the near fall.
Yeah, Hebert seems to be, he rides really high. He's been riding high. You lose leverage like that. It's not hard to reverse when you don't have the leverage on the wrestler's hips.
Hebert with, I wouldn't know how to describe this hold. Maybe you can, Sean, but
looks like he just took him over with a tight waist. He's got his legs locked up there, and now he's got an arm bar in the tight waist, and he just muscled him over.
There's DeLibero, the Hamilton coach.
Hebert should be up on his toes here, riding like this.
Hebert trying to get that arm up, but unsuccessful. Just under a minute to go now in the third period. Hebert 5 points down to Hamilton's Craig Peterson.
Hebert's just holding on here. He's got caught riding high again. There's the reversal, and he's getting back points. He's working that pin. There it is.
There's the pin. Comes at 5 minutes and 31 seconds. In the third period of fall for Peterson. 6 points go up on the board for the Hornets, and now they lead in this match 6-3.
Hebert got caught riding high 3 times in that match, and the last time it cost him the match with a pin.
Appeared he might be coming out of it, although he was trailing 7-2, but you're right, Sean. He got high a couple of times and it cost him.
He was looking for the same ride, I think, all 3 times, and I don't know what he was doing wrong, but he's just getting too high, and I lost all leverage up there, and he got caught with it.
Okay. We're up to 119 pounds. This is Jason Katz for Hightstown at 9-1, and George Costin for Hamilton. He comes in with a 7-4 record. This is a pair of seniors going at each other. And Katz with the takedown.
Katz immediately throwing the leg in there. You won't see too many wrestlers see, and Costin trying to get to his base, get up on all 4s. And if he can stay up there and possibly stand up on 2 feet, the ref will stop the match and bring him back to start over again, because he'll call potentially dangerous. It's a very dangerous move when you have the leg in and someone stands up with it.
Shows the experience of Katz, though, trying to get that leg in there.
Yeah, not too many wrestlers, especially at this level, will throw that leg in, especially that aggressively. He threw it right in. If you don't know how to use that leg, you can pin yourself with it.
He's trying to get it in again. Minute to go, first period. Katz in control, leading 2-0.
One thing about that legs ride is if you can ride that effectively, you can...
He's got both of them in there now.
That's a crab ride there. As I was saying with that legs ride, you can... Oh, he's pushing the head down. Cat's a very aggressive wrestler. He knows what he wants and he goes after it.
Trying to get him turned.
Stalemate here. You'll see that a lot when they throw the leg in. Point I was trying to make about the leg move, if you got the leg hold in, you can save a lot of energy while the other wrestler tries to get out. You can just sit back on that leg and hardly even move, and the bottom wrestler, is virtually nothing you can do about it. Another counter to that leg move is as soon as you feel it go in, grab the arm of your opponent, it'll be hanging over, it'll be reaching over across the back of your body. You hold that arm out, you stretch it out like a baseball bat, you hold it like a baseball bat, and then there's nothing the wrestler can do on top, and hopefully the ref will call a stalemate. There he is, he threw it in again. He really likes to work that leg.
Okay, just 5 seconds to go. He's looking for some back points here, but unable to get them as the first period ends. Cats of Hightstown leading 2-0 at 119 pounds. Cats versus Costin of Hamilton.
A lot of work on Katz's part for only 2 points that time. Couldn't turn him on his back. See, Costin's got his elbow wrapped up. I don't know what's wrong with him, but seems to be all right so far.
Cats with an escape 4-1, now leads 3-0.
Quick inside stand-up for Katz there. Costin didn't even have a chance.
We look around the gym here at Hightstown High, you may see the banners in the background hanging from the wall as Katz has a leg looking for the takedown.
I'm surprised Costin got out of that. He was in deep on that single leg. He's looking for the trip.
So I was starting to say about the banners around the gym here, Sean, as we look around we see wrestling champ CVC for Hightstown, 81, several other years. In just 10 years of time, they've come a long way here at Hightstown High as Coach Paul Eckley came here, built this program from scratch, and now they're one of the most respected high school teams in Mercer County.
Dominating the CVC, actually, as you can see, with all these banners on the wall.
Takedown once again for Cats, in case you missed it. They're looking around at some of the banners of the Hightstown champions, girls basketball. Cats now leading 5-0. Just under a minute to go in the second period. He's on top once again in the blue.
I've never seen a high school wrestler go after legs out aggressively. He's got the cross face in. He's working for back points.
That's what he was looking for, was that arm, but unable to get it in time to get Costin over on his back.
Some guys can put that leg in, but have a tough time getting back points out of it.
Yeah, it would be kind of difficult, it appears. And he hasn't been able to do it yet either.
No, he hasn't. I think he's having a little trouble. Costin's another long, lanky wrestler, and I think that adds to his difficulty in turning him over. And we're using a leg there. His body's all stretched out, and he can't get quite as much leverage.
Gave Costin the escape for 1 point, I guess hoping for a takedown in the last 15 seconds. Now there's just 5 seconds to go in this second period, and it doesn't appear that Katz is going to be able to get the takedown that he wanted.
I think Katz got a little frustrated working the leg and working down. Sometimes a good wrestler, and it's obvious that he is a good wrestler, will let a wrestler up in hopes of taking him down with a combination move and taking the wrestler right to his back. Some people can do that better than ride. I know quite a few wrestlers that I wrestled with in high school love to let their men up because they can take a man to their back easier on a takedown. They were very good at takedowns.
I assume that was Katz's reasoning also in the escape. It's obvious he just let him go. Katz in control, 5-1 as we enter the third and final period.
Katz is working the wrist underneath. Keeps breaking him down with the arm chop.
As I mentioned, both boys seniors at their respective schools.
Watch, you can see it now. Katz You can see how he is experienced in the fact that he doesn't just stay on his knees when he's riding. He gets up on his toes a lot more often than most of the wrestlers do. He drives his weight onto the other wrestler's hips.
Just over a minute remaining in the match. Cat's obviously trying to get something going here, but isn't having too much luck against Costin. I don't know what he's looking for, but you know, he's got that leg in there again, Sean.
That was a quick call for the stalling that time, or the stalemate rather, and
I thought so too.
I think he called it quickly because he's had that leg in there 3 or 4 times and nothing's come out of it, and at that time he threw it in. It looked like he was just sitting back on it, maybe to waste some time. He's having a tough time turning this guy on his back, turning Costin.
Costin hasn't done too much on the bottom though either.
Yeah,
he's getting tied up, and he really has shown no moves at all to get out of it.
He's pretty much he's trying not to lose and not going for anything himself.
Yeah, it appears that he just doesn't want to get pinned and lose 6 points for the team at this stage of the game. Just 18 seconds to go.
There's a stalling point right there. Yeah, Costin, he's just keeping a wide base down low, and with those long legs and arms, he can do that, and makes it very difficult for Katz to turn him over, wastes a lot of time, and keeps himself from going to his back.
Okay, the extra point given to Katz, ups the count to 6-1 now, but just 11 seconds to go in the match. Katz, it appears, is going to be unable to, and another stalling point added, and Katz is the victor by a 7-1 count. And that'll only give 3 points, though, to Hightstown. It'll tie this match up at 6-6, and I'm not sure, but I think Coach Paul Eckley may have been looking for 6 points in that bout, Sean.
Yeah, Katz definitely dominated Costin. I think he may have been looking for it also, because when you get down to it, Hightstown's forfeiting that last weight class, so right now, Hamilton has a 6-point lead, even though the score is tied.
Okay, this is Glenn Anderson for Hightstown at 125, and he'll be facing Matt Giacchetti. Giacchetti, a junior, Anderson, a sophomore. Anderson with an 8-1 record, and Giacchetti with a 9-3 mark. So once again, a couple of evenly paired wrestlers if you go just by records alone.
Giacchetti managed to hook that knee, turn him right over, and goes into a cradle here.
It appeared Anderson had a leg there, wasn't going to let go, but it didn't do much good as Giacchetti with a cradle. Trying to get him on his back now. Anderson fighting it, however.
Anderson, early in the match, sure he has a lot of energy. He's fighting this well. Giacchetti's got to kick that leg out. He's got to kick his leg out. He's got to break that.
Giacchetti staying in control and staying with that cradle move.
He's got that cradle in tight. It's tough to hold that cradle early in a match like this, but he's really doing a good job. He's got it in tight. He's not letting it go. You can see he's got his head tied in between his legs there.
The way he has it, though, he's unable really to get Anderson on his back.
Yeah, what he's got to do is bring his head back on his hip. He should put his head on the other hip and force him over with his head. He should sit through. See, he came up and sat through that and broke the grip. It's one for the escape.
Okay, so the escape by Anderson at the end as he avoids the pin. And he was in that cradle for a good minute and a half, it seemed, in that first period.
I'm sure that took a lot out of him.
Giacchetti with the takedown and the 3 back points takes control 5-1 after 2 minutes of action. Second period about set. Giacchetti in the down position.
Giacchetti tried to roll off the whistle, couldn't cut through though. Anderson has both wrists underneath. He's in a little trouble here. He got his legs caught underneath.
Yeah.
Giacchetti stepped back over his legs. Giacchetti's going to try and pull his head out.
Anderson's got to get that leg out from underneath there, which he has done now.
He's running that wrist, which I really don't think is a good move at this point. You got to break your man down before you can start running that. He's got the leg in. Looked like he was going for a spread eagle there. Reach across and grab that ankle. He's going to try and pull that arm back over his head. Anderson's going to try and pull him back, sit back with him, and have that arm, that opposite arm hooked there.
Anderson in control at this point, but losing the match 5-1. 45 seconds remaining in the second period.
Good try by Giacchetti there. It's called shucking him off. Just reach out, grab the man down, and try and loosen up your body and just pull it through. Shucking the man off. And that set that up right there. He got him up a little high with that shuck when he came back. He managed to get up, pull his head through.
And there's a reversal for Giacchetti. 2 more points for the Hornet wrestler, and he goes on top now 7-1. Good move by Giacchetti, or should I say a poor move by Anderson as he got too high.
Combination of both, I think. He shucked him off the first time. Then when Anderson came back with the leg, he didn't have it in as tight, and that set up the duck through for Giacchetti.
Team match to this point tied at 6-6, but it appears if Giacchetti holds on here, he'll be adding a few more points to the Hornet total, as we're just about out of time in the second period. There is the horn with Giacchetti in control 7-1. Matt Giacchetti for Hamilton, Glenn Anderson for Hightstown. This is the 125-pound match here at Hightstown High.
Anderson tried an inside switch off the whistle. Couldn't cut through with it. Giacchetti almost dumped him into a cradle. He's working for that cradle right now. It's an inside cradle, that bow and arrow. He's putting his head in his hip, trying to lock it up. Now he's working the outside cradle, the far cradle.
Action hot and heavy here at Hightstown High.
Anderson ducks his head out. He gets 2.
The reversal for Anderson brings the score to 7-3 in favor of Giacchetti, but time is running out for the Hightstown grappler.
Anderson's going to have to turn him and get some back points to win this match. 7-3. Oh, there's another reversal.
And a reversal again.
So we're just trading positions here. Giacchetti on his reversal was kind of a half a Peterson roll, which is you get that wrist control and you roll through with it, bringing your arm loose and breaking the cradle that he had.
I thought it was a rather questionable call myself, Sean. I'm not sure whether you agree with me or not, but it really didn't appear that he had full control.
I think he called Giacchetti's reversal rather quick, but then I think he called Anderson's
even quicker
reversal back a little quick too. So we're back where we started. It was still a 4-point deficit on Anderson's part.
And just 40 seconds to go. So Anderson's really going to have to go some here. And Giacchetti is going to try and hold on for the 9-5 victory.
A lot of these Hightstown wrestlers try to work that wrist control underneath and run it around. And they do it while the other wrestler is still on his hands and knees. The other wrestler has a good base. I think you want to break that wrestler down before you try and roll that around.
Stalling point for Anderson as Giacchetti really is just laying there. 15 seconds to go. And it's 9-6. And he's going to give him another one. 9-7.
Trying to lock up that cradle, trying to rock him back.
But that's going to be it as Anderson's bid to come back falls short. Giacchetti stalling underneath there for the last, I'd say, 30 to 40 seconds of the bout, holds on for the 9-7 victory and 3 more points for the Hornets.
Yeah, this referee, rather quick on the stalling points. He's not shy about calling the stalling points at all.
Okay, so it's been seesaw so far here at Hightstown High with the Rams and Hornets splitting the first 4 matches. However, Craig Peterson's fall at 112, the difference of 3 points as the Hornets lead 9-6. Here we go at 1:30. Adam Pallant for Hightstown. He's a sophomore against fellow classmate Jeff Fell. Pallant with a 5-5 record, Fell 5-7, and once again 2 fairly evenly matched records if you go by what's on paper. And a takedown for Fell.
Fell managed to hook that knee and then spin around when the opportunity came for the takedown. A lot of guys can do that very effectively. Get the other wrestler down on his knees and then lead him one way and shuck him by the other way and just spin real quick and get around to the back for the takedown. Pallant trying to stand up. Fell had his leg hooked. Didn't get very far with it. Fell throwing the leg in.
I was just going to say, yeah. Wonder if he's picked up that here tonight against Hightstown or if he's known that all along.
He's going to try and hook that outside arm and bring it back behind his own neck.
Yep.
Just like that. Now he's got to clear his other arm. It's a tough move, but once you lock it in and get the guy on his back, it's almost impossible to get out of. Oh, there's a good roll. Oh.
Unable to maintain any control, however, was Pallant, as he did make a nice move.
Pallant here doing a dangerous thing, reaching back. He almost had him on a headlock, but you see that half goes in. As soon as you reach back like that, you're just asking for a half to be thrown in. As soon as you feel that half go in, you got to reach up, grab it with your own hand on that side where the half's coming in from, and turn away and turn your head away from it and try and rip it off.
Okay, 37 seconds to go in the first period. Jeff Fell of Hamilton leading 2-0 over Adam Pallant of Hightstown. Pallant looking for the escape, almost made a bad move once again, turning into Fell. Fell almost put him on his back, but Pallant was able to change just in time before they went out of bounds.
I said before, the best counter to that stand-up is to hug his hips, but Fell doesn't do that. Fell sits back and he rides that leg. He hooks his legs in there and holds onto that one leg real tight. And when the wrestler tries to break away, he falls back down on the other wrestler's leg, which he ends up tripping himself over the other wrestler.
Pallant doing a little bit of reaching, and sometimes, not sometimes, most of the time, that's a bad move.
Pallant reached back again. He didn't get caught with it that time. He's got the underhook in that one arm. He's trying to get the other one. He's going to try and sit back with that. It's a little too loose now, though. I think he's going to lose it. He might try and run it, though. There you go. There's some back points.
2 back points. So the near fall and the takedown have Fell on top after one period of action here, 4-0. Pallant in the down position, Fell on top. Fell looking to make a move right away.
Fell likes to ride that one leg with his knees. He kind of squeezes it in like that. He was doing it on the stand-ups, and he's doing it here, wrestling up. Trying to get a 2-on-1 under there. 2 hands on one wrist. It's all tied up under there.
Fell leads in the match 4-0.
Throws the leg in. Plant tried to turn back into him while the leg wasn't in tight. Didn't work, but the leg did come out.
Plant looks like he's trying to pull Fell under, grabbing an arm. Stalemate is called by the referee. Nine to 6 is the team score in favor of Hamilton at this point. We're into the 5th match of the evening. 130 pounds. And potentially dangerous move there.
Phil had his leg all tangled up in there.
Yes, he did. It looks like he may have possibly strained something or pulled something in the, I guess, the top portion of the leg, up possibly in the thigh area.
It looked like it was bent. His knee area up there was just being bent the wrong way. Seems to be okay, though.
Hightstown coach Paul Eckley just patting his wrestler Adam Palant on the back. And look who's on the screen now, Sean. They got us on here too. I don't know why they want to take a picture. That's better. Let's get back to Coach Eckley and his wrestler. As Fell is up on his feet and walking around now, it appears he is going to continue. And obviously DeLibero wants him to, with a 4-0 advantage here in the 2nd period.
Heads up hard on the ref there to blow that whistle quickly when he saw his leg in danger like that.
Now let's see if Palant can make something out of it. He does get the reversal in a hurry.
It's a Peterson roll right there. You get that wrist control and just roll through with it.
Fell with a reversal and gets those two right back again. It appeared Palant was possibly going to take advantage of the damage that was done to Fell, but Fell comes right back. Shows he's not going to have any of that.
That's a nice roll by Palant. He hit that very effectively.
Time just about expired here in the 2nd period, with Jeff Fell of Hamilton in charge now 6-2. Both wrestlers with reversals in that period. 2 minutes of action remaining here at 130 pounds. We're at Hightstown High this evening for the Hightstown-Hamilton wrestling match, a CVC matchup that could decide the Colonial Division Championship in the CVC. I'm Bill Applegate, along with Sean O'Brien. We hope you're enjoying this match. Another sports special here on Channel 8 Sports.
Plant now getting a little high on his ride. Looks like Fell might be able to duck out. He's got the leg. There you go. Plant just got a little bit too far out to the side. He was trying to work some leverage on that arm. Just got a little bit too far extended, and Fell felt it. You can sense that.
Potentially dangerous hold there. I didn't see what that was. Did you, Sean?
No, I'm not sure what that was either. Maybe maybe he heard one of the wrestlers making noise or something and thought he was hurt.
It did appear that Palant held his ankle when he got up, but I really don't know what the hold was.
I'm not sure either.
Our director Dave Schwartz wanted to know too, but we couldn't tell him what it was. They didn't have enough cameras here tonight.
Just under a minute to go. 3rd and final period. 130-pound match.
Fell in command, 8-2, and it appears he's going to hold on, but Palant with a reversal. Looks like he might get some back points out of this.
Go hang your head. That's what Fell did. Jeff Fell hung his head too low, and Palant reached back and got that headlock. Brought him around. He's getting some back points right here. Working for the pin.
He's going to need the pin, however, to get away.
Right here, he's trying to lift up on his head and that elbow at the same time. You lift up on that head, you got nothing left to hold yourself off the mat with, except for your shoulders.
Got to hold it for another 21 seconds, and there's the pin. 5 minutes and 41 seconds. And that's got to be a big lift for Hightstown, as Palant was trailing 8-4. Comes through with a reversal and the fall with just 19 seconds to go in the match, Sean.
Yeah, Fell let his head hang too low. He was riding high, and he let his head hang over his shoulder, over Pallant's shoulder. Palant sensed it, reached back and grabbed it, and just pulled him over on his back with the headlock. Held him there tight,
here we
managed
go
to get the pin.
135 pounds. This is Trip Scott for Hightstown. Dave Cease for Hamilton. This is a pair of juniors going at it. Scott with a 7-3 record. Dave Cease 10-1-1 for the Hornets. There's a look at Palant, a happy Palant we just saw on the monitor as he came through, and that's got to be a big lift, as we mentioned, for Hightstown, as they now lead in the contest 12-9.
Trailing, I think, the whole match. Palant came through with only 19 seconds to go to pin Jeff Fell.
Yeah, Fell led 4-0 after one period, 6-2 after two periods, and was up 8-4 before the reversal, or 8-2 before the reversal and the fall. Once again, a couple of wrestlers that appear fairly evenly matched. Scott 7-3, Cease with a little bit better record at 10-1-1. A couple of good wrestlers going at it. This is at
Here's what I was talking about. Cease is
pounds.
going to try and shuck him by. He's got him down on his knees. He should step over that leg right there. High leg over. He's just shuck him by for 2.
Nice move by Cease.
He's got a tight waist in there. Moves back behind him.
Scott trying to get an arm and roll him. Cease of Hamilton on top, leading 2-0. Time running out now in the first period, just 15 seconds to go.
Cease got his wrist there, he loses it.
Looking for a cradle, no. Appeared he was going for a cradle momentarily, but then decided against it.
Chopped that arm out, now he's working, he's trying to work a bar in there.
That is the end of the first period with Hamilton's Dave Cease on top, 2-0.
Trying to inside switch there. Cease didn't get it. Sits out. He's reaching back for the head. Got to keep your head high when you're riding. Got the wrist trying to roll through.
Cease has the arm, is trying to roll him. Scott, however, still in control. Awfully high. Now he's getting back into position.
Working that arm lock. He's got 2 legs in it. Looking for back points here. Oh, they're potentially dangerous there. That's another counter to the leg. Try and reach underneath, hook underneath that leg and pull it up to your own chest. And the ref will call potentially dangerous.
And that's exactly what happened in that instance.
Scott riding the ankle.
Scott doing a nice job in the second period, but he isn't getting any points out of it, Sean.
Yeah, he's riding tough. He's going to hook that arm. He's going to try and hook that arm. Ref here. Doesn't call potentially dangerous. His leg was a little loose after he came out. There it is. That's it. He's on the line, though. If he gets him to his back, there'll be no back points right there.
Now they're out. They'll start again in the center. Cease leading still 2-0. 25 seconds to go, second period action.
Short sit out by Cease. Then he tries to stand up. But Trip Scott has his ankles.
Both of them.
Oh, goes for a far cradle. Oh, can't roll through with it. And Cease gets the headlock.
And there's a neutral position, escape.
That was a good move by Scott just to get out of that headlock.
Yes, it was. But Cease comes up with another point as the second period ends and ups his advantage to 3-0 heading into the final 2 minutes of action at 135 pounds. So far, we've seen some very close, very tense, very exciting wrestling here at Hightstown High this evening. Cease on top, and of course, Scott underneath trailing 3-0 in this match with nothing like nothing better right now than to get a reversal, or at least an escape, and then take it from there.
I think that, didn't he get a one-point escape earlier in this match?
No, Cease did.
That was Cease, okay.
That was in the second period.
Okay.
Now the reversal, there it is.
And back points. And another reversal. I don't know, I think Cease had back points on that reversal, but the ref was still calling points from before and didn't have a chance to count them off.
Yeah, I missed it too. I'm pretty sure Scott must have gotten some back points on his maneuver, but then the reversal came so quickly and he threw up the hands, I didn't catch everything. The scoreboard has it 5-2 in favor of Cease right now, which is what I have, but I'm sure Scott gained at least 2 back points. 50 seconds to go now.
There you go. There's another Peterson roll. You grab that wrist and bring your other arm up between the legs and roll through with it. He's getting back points here. He's got 2. He's got 2 so far. It's tough to hold him down for 3 back points on this move because it's such a loose move. You can't get out of it all the way. But it's easy to hold him, but he can still roll around on his back. It's hard to get 3.
Gave him 2 points for that, and I think they're going to question now whether he got the back points before or not.
Yeah, that's why the coach is going to the bench here for Hamilton, or Hightstown.
And he did. He got the 2 points before. So just like that, Scott goes from being down 5-2 to being up 8-5.
Good comeback by Scott.
Long, lanky kid. Backup quarterback for the Hightstown High football team this past season, and probably be in position to take over the starting job next year. Long and lean.
So the coach from Hamilton now over at the bench, questioning that call by the ref.
That's Ralph DeLibro, the Hamilton coach.
There's Coach Paul Ecke looking on. I'm sure he's pleased with what he's just seen.
33 seconds to go now. Scott on top, 8-5.
Cease with the short sit out, he turned around with it, and he got the escape. That short sit out, you clear both legs out, you try and get some room between your hips and the other wrestler, and then just turn into them, and now they're both in neutral position. Cease going to come around and hook that leg. He's going to get 2 here. If he can break the arms on that, he's got to get his leg out. Scott's not giving in. Scott's got the leg.
On. 2 seconds, 1 second. And Cease unable to break out, and Scott holds on for an 8-6 victory.
Very exciting match there. Very close one. Dave Trip Scott with a nice comeback.
Beautiful.
And Dave Cease fighting all the way. I thought he was going to get that takedown at the last minute, last second, but he didn't manage to get it.
Cease leading at one point by a 5-2 margin, and Scott comes back in the final period with 6 points on the reversal and 2 near falls. Okay, This is Gary Munch for Hightstown. Gets 2 points takedown right away against Jeff Quick, a sophomore for Hamilton. And I think this is going to be a learning process for for Quick. Quick, first varsity match, 0-0 comes in. Munch with a 4-3-2 record, but a 25-5 record last year, went to the state quarterfinals, and I think Munch is going to show Mr. Quick how to wrestle here. Munch already leading 6-0.
He's got him on his back again. He's got that half in tight. He's got the reverse tight waist there. Lets the half go. He's going for reverse half now. He's putting all his weight down on that shoulders, chest to shoulder there. He's going to have to run that if he wants to. He should do the half back in, I think. He got 3 out of that again. Ref stops to fix the headgear. Gary Munch, crowd favorite here. They're calling for a pin. They want 6.
Very definitely. The senior wrestler, as we mentioned, a state quarterfinalist last year, the first in Hightstown High history. Very fine wrestler is Gary Munch. As you can see, 9-0 he leads already, and there's only 1 minute and 15 seconds going in the first period.
Jeff Quick has his work cut out for him. Oh, he's running that arm. That's potentially dangerous there.
Hightstown leads in the match team-wise 15-9. For Bozak. So at the end of one period of action here at 145 pounds, Yeager on top, 5-1 for Hightstown. And the Rams at this point firmly in control of the match, 21-9. And prior to the match, in talking to Ralph DeLibero, the Hamilton coach, he said he respected Hightstown. He was going to try and stay in every match and stay off our backs. And they've succeeded in doing that pretty well, except for the fall by Adam Palant at 130.
Bozak had a good move for an inside switch, but he couldn't convert it. I thought he had it, but he didn't clear through with it. There's a tight waist arm chop. He's looking to work that wrist again. It's getting a little high.
Yeager in control, 5-1, pardon me, 5-2.
Oh, he's bending that joint the opposite way. He was losing his tight waist there. He got back, regained his composure, get that tight waist in again. Smart move by Yeager.
Potentially dangerous once again, and
I didn't like that call.
Got some oohs and ahs from some of the crowd here who seem to be fairly knowledgeable wrestling fans here at Hightstown High.
That move where I come from is called a loper bar. What he's going to do is he's going to dig his head into his armpit, pop that arm over his head, then run it around, put him right on his back.
Nothing illegal about that or potentially dangerous that I could see.
The only thing is sometimes if you lift that arm up off the mat, that way you're going against the joint, but if it's on the mat flat, the joint's just going into the mat the opposite way. You really can't get any leverage and the joint won't bend the wrong way. But as soon as you lift it up and you got your head buried in his armpit, that way, that's sometimes the referee will call it potentially dangerous.
Well, he just did it again.
He's got to keep that arm flat. He should keep that arm flat on the mat when he buries his head in his armpit, and that way he won't be called for that. If he's going to pop it up, just pop it for an instant. As soon as he's got the leverage from the outside, pop it up for an instant, duck under it, and roll his man over. Yeager riding very effectively here.
Hasn't picked up any points in this quarter, getting all 5 of his 5 points in the first period, leading 5-2 in the match now.
Bozak now he's expecting that. He's jumping out. Jaeger keeps jumping out and taking that risk. Now right here, if Jaeger was smart, he could jump back around and throw a crossface in.
Looked like he appeared to have the opening, but he didn't take advantage of it, Sean.
See, Bozak, he knows the only way to defend that is to shift his body weight all the way to that side. Jaeger just swings around real quick and lets go of it. He could have him on his back.
Okay, we enter the final period here. 145, Jaeger on top 5-2, as the only points scored in that second period was a point against Jaeger for locking hands.
There's a caution called on the top man, on Bozak. There's a short sit out. There again, just clear your legs out and get some distance between you and the other wrestler, and then turn back into him. They're in a neutral position now.
Jaeger got one for the escape and going for two now for the takedown. Doesn't have it yet, however.
Bozak's got that leg in there.
Right.
Jaeger's got some leverage out to the side like that. He had to throw that crossface back in. There he goes. All he's got to do is step his leg over his other leg. The leg that's hooked with his hand, he should lift up in the air and try and step it over his other leg, over top, a high leg over, and break his hand.
Well, he's given the 2 points for the takedown now. And now leads in the match by an 8-2 score.
Bozak trying to sit back into him. He's got good wrist control.
Exactly 1 minute to go now in the final period.
Jaeger got a little high, and Bozak sensed it and tried to sit out real quick, but Jaeger had the presence of mind to underhook real quickly and pull back into him, then regain composure and get back on his hips.
Got that leg, well, he did have it there momentarily, that leg locked in there again.
There you go, he popped it over. That time the ref didn't call it. Bozak limp-armed out. Same thing as I was saying before, he just let his arm go limp and pulled it through under Jaeger's body and between his own back.
Half a minute now remaining, and it looks like Jaeger is going to win this match, leading 8-2 and in control.
He's working that arm bar. Can't get that too high up, or the ref will call that for a chicken wing. As soon as it starts working against that shoulder joint, he'll call that for potentially dangerous. He's got his hand underneath there, across his waist.
And Danny Jaeger is the winner here at 145 by a score of 8-2. That'll give 3 more team points to the Rams. Their margin goes up to 15. They now lead 24-9. And a fine match that time for Hightstown's Danny Jaeger. And the Rams now have won 4 matches in a row to take control. And something wrong with the electronic scoreboard here at Hightstown. They have them only with 3 points up there. Actually, the Rams should have 24. There it goes up there now.
24-9.
As we go to 152, where Chris Cox of Hightstown is facing Hamilton's Dave Bleacher, and this appears to be one of the few mismatches along with Munch. Cox with a 9-1 record. Bleacher again wrestling his first varsity match, the second wrestler tonight for the Hornets to do so. Both seniors, however. But Cox, of course, from a wrestling family. Older brothers Harold and Craig wrestled here at Hightstown before. Standout wrestlers in their own right. As is Chris, as he gets the takedown 4-2.
Bleacher tried to go for a single leg, and Cox countered it well and managed to get leverage and spin around when they were both on their knees. He's got a leg in there. It's not too tight, though. Looks like he's working the other way for a grapevine. He's going to work that leg. He's getting awful high. Might throw a figure 4 in around his waist. Better watch himself. If his leg comes out of there, he's prime choice. Well, that's tough right there. That's a grapevine.
Cox turning that face. No back points.
Bleacher's going to have to get back to his base. He's going to have to get his arm back. He's got to get that leg back. Cox
looked like he missed a move there, whether he was trying to go cross face or not.
He's got the half in now.
Yes, he does.
But tighten it up. Time expires in the first period.
The near fall is worth 2 points for Cox. His advantage now 4-0 at the end of one. Cox will take the down position to start period 2.
He's got that elbow hook. He's going to try an arm roll, I think.
He does.
There it is.
There's the reversal for 2 points.
Bleacher had the leg in, but it didn't work. He's got an arm bar. He's working that half Nelson. Bleacher rips the Nelson off. Cox.
A win here by Cox would really put Hightstown in the driver's seat. It'll be awful difficult for Hamilton to come back, depending on the amount of points that they do get. If Cox does, of course, go on and win this 152-pound match. But if he does, let's just say with a victory, 27-9, with 4 matches to go, they could still possibly win. Hamilton could. Of course, they're going to get a forfeit at heavyweight, but they would need 3 pins then at the other 3 weights also to pull this one out.
Cox with an unusual riding style. He gets his hips rather high on Bleacher, and he doesn't throw. He throws 1 or 2 legs in. Doesn't have them both in real tight. But been using it very effectively so far. 51 seconds to go in the second period. He's leading 6-0.
Excellent camera angle right there. Brings you right into the action. And Cox
got a cross face on him.
2 more back points.
Good move by Bleacher to get out of that. Spun around with it. Realized Cox was leaning too far that way.
Cox up now 8-0. Just 20 seconds to go in the second period.
There's the leg.
Yep.
He's going to look in his ear. He'll look in his ear. He's going to squeeze and look into his ear. Takes the leg out, comes across to his chest to chest.
Gets 3 points for the near fall. Almost had him, did Cox. But Bleacher was able to fight it off in the dying seconds there of the second period. Cox now in firm control of this match. 11-0 is his advantage. As we head into the final 2 minutes of action.
There's an arm roll.
Reversal for Cox, and it's up to 13-0. 2 more points, and that looks like that's going to be it right there. As he's going to go for the pin.
Dumped him over with a crossface, and he pins him.
Four minutes and 24 seconds. The fall is recorded by Chris Cox of Hightstown. 6 points for the Rams. Their lead now balloons to 30-9. And as I mentioned before, it's going to be awfully difficult for the Hornets to come back now. Next match, 160 pounds. Todd Riddick, a sophomore for Hightstown with a 2-4 record. He'll go against Hamilton's Joe Staracy. Staracy, a junior with a 9-3 mark, and it appears, once again on paper, there's a look at Cox following his win. On paper, we would have to say Staracy would be the favorite in this match with a superior record. However, Riddick right now is the one looking for the takedown.
Staracy missed a move there, and Riddick grabbed the hold of his leg, got the single leg in. He's almost got control here.
points given yet.
There's 2.
There it is now, the takedown for Riddick. Gets the first 2 points of the match, goes on top with 1 minute and 9 seconds to go. First period.
Stracy working that switch. He's almost through. They're locking the hands on Riddick. It's going to be 1 point penalty.
Two to 1 as Stracy cuts the deficit in half.
Oh, almost locking the hands again.
Riddick on top, riding.
Reaching under for that half. That moves, it's a tough move to get a guy on his back, but it's a real painful move.
Appeared he almost had it too, Sean, but wasn't able to turn him.
Stracy, smart enough to keep his head up. If he had been hanging his head, he would have rolled right over.
Riddick will take the top position, just 15 seconds to go in the first period. And there's a reversal by Stracy.
Stracy working the cradle. He's got the near cradle. He's trying to dump him over. Tough to pin with this cradle. He's got him on his back now.
2 back points for Stracy as he comes from a 2-0 deficit in a hurry to take a 5-2 lead here at the end of 1 period. And there was a quick turnaround right there. Appeared Riddick may be in control, but Stracy turned it around in a hurry, got 5 quick points, and now leads in this match 5-2.
Working that half. He's trying to get the half in. He's going to have to break him down here. Riddick getting back to his base. He's trying to stand up. He's back to neutral position. Oh, and he tries to throw. He lateral drops him. He hits the lateral drop nicely. He's got him on his back. Looking for the pin.
Score tied 5-5.
Stracy trying to roll through with it, and he does.
And a reversal for Stracy.
Riddick just trying to go for the pin too much. Overextended himself, and Stracy rolled through with it. Riddick's got to fight this for 1 minute and 6. He's going to have to try and shift his hips out, clear his leg, turn his hips. Riddick trying to roll through.
Riddick on top in this match, 8-7 at this point, and there is the pin by Stracy. 3 minutes and 14 seconds in the second period. So Stracy comes from an 8-7 deficit. Excellent, excellent match there. I really didn't expect it, looking at the records of the two wrestlers coming into that match, but
Todd Riddick hit a real pretty lateral drop, put Stracy on his back, but trying to pin him, he just overextended himself. Stracy rolled through with it, got the headlock, and pinned Riddick.
Okay, Riddick, as we mentioned, coming in with just a 2-4 record. Stracy 9-3, does come through, gives his club 6 points. They're now back in it at 30-15, and this is 171 pounds. James Humbert for Hightstown, a senior. Steve Butler, also a senior for the Hornets. Just about identical records. Humbert 6-3, Butler 7-3-2 coming into tonight's action.
Let's not forget that Hightstown is forfeiting the heavyweight division. So that's 6 points right there that they're going to have to go into that last match with up on top.
So that would be 30-21 if you look at it that way, with the automatic 6 points. With 2 matches left, this one being one of them, if the Hornets can come through with a pair of pins or technical falls, they could pull it out conceivably.
Sure.
So you'd have to say that this match right now is the key. Of course, if Humbert can pull it out, it's all over. However, if Butler can come through for the Hornets, they still have a shot at it. I'll tell you a little secret. Talking with Paul Eckley beforehand, he said he figured his team would be up by more than 7 points when they went into the heavyweight match. We'll see if he's a prophet or not, Sean.
Butler gets the 2.
Pair of seniors, as I mentioned, going at it, so they both obviously should have quite a bit of experience.
Humbert working back to his base. Butler's got that crotch pry in. Humbert stands. Chips Butler back. Chips Humbert back down.
"20 seconds to go. First period. Butler on top 2-0 with the initial takedown. Nothing much has happened since the takedown.
Butler doesn't seem to really be working anything.
Didn't appear he was really looking for anything at this stage anyhow, Sean.
I'm not sure what he was doing there.
Had me baffled.
He went for it looked like he was going for the cradle, but he didn't overhook the head. He was holding his arm. Instead, that's no way to take a cradle. Butler stands up. Humbert tried to take a cradle right off the whistle, but Butler stood right up and got out of it.
Obviously, a pin here by Butler would really keep the Hornets in the action. But even a victory, 3 points, 18, they could still pull out a tie with two falls after that in the 189. Of course, they already got the 12. But Humbert
Butler on his back.
has him on his back.
You see he's trying to drive that knee up under his lower back to arch his back onto his shoulders.
He had the cradle in there, and he's going to get 3 back points out of that.
Oh, he got high, and Butler pulls through. Butler pulled his head through. Getting a little sloppy here.
Butler on top now, 4-3, following the reversal.
Butler made that happen. He was in the cradle on his back, and he kicked out of it so hard that he loosened up the grips that Humbert had on him, and managed to roll through because Humbert just couldn't stay with him. He couldn't keep his body on his.
Just about halfway through the match, 1 minute and 7 seconds to go in the second period. Hightstown's James Humbert and Hamilton's Steve Butler going at it at 171 pounds.
There he goes again. I'm not sure what he's trying to do there. He's got the arm hook and the leg hook. What he should do is go over top of the head and try and lock that up.
Humbert trying to get into the neutral position.
He's got him in the air. He's going to probably try and bring him down and work the half. He's going to take him out of bounds. I think he got him up in the air and didn't know what to do with him, so he walked him out of bounds. See,
they're going to give Humbert 1 point for an escape. I guess he called a neutral position there.
Butler's mistake. He should have turned around and took him down to the mat.
Right, exactly.
If nothing else, he's still now. I think he may have given him 1 point for stalling for walking him out. He's giving him the up position now.
Oh, okay.
It was obvious he just walked right out of bounds with him.
I really didn't see what he attempted to gain by that. Humbert trying to get a leg there.
I don't know what he's trying to... That roll would be so much more effective if he would go over top of his head instead of underhooking that arm. There he goes again. He's got that arm hook. If he goes over top of his head and pulls that in.
2 back points given to Butler. Didn't really see where he had him over that long, but evidently he got 2 points for the near fall. And Butler now on top 6-2 in this match.
There's a shot at Humbert. He's holding his shoulder. It looks like his shoulder might have tightened up.
Appears to be okay. Just looking around, taking a breather right now before the final period.
Referee over at the table, the scorer's table, checking the score.
Now that's what I have too. If he gave him 2 points for that last near fall, I really didn't see him over that far, but evidently I saw him put up the 2 fingers for that, so it had to be because he had given him the 2 for the reversal before then.
Coach Eckley may have been a question on the score. Scorer may have had a question about, I don't know, there was an assistant coach from Hamilton over there. Sometimes the scorers get a little confused and not quite sure if they have the right score, so they might call the referee over just to check. Humbert, riding awful sloppy.
Very aggressive, but sloppy, you're right. He's really looking for something. You can see him trying to look around to get into a particular move that suits him, but unable to do so. Butler on top in this match, 6-4.
He's got that leg hooked with his own leg. He's reaching over. Humbert, I think, not quite sure what to do here. I think he's trying to get back.
And that is going to be the call. As you may have heard behind us, a couple of fans yelling stalemate. And they'll try it again. 1 minute and 27 seconds remaining in the final period of action. Butler leaves Humbert 6-4.
Butler with a quick stand-up. Humbert throws the leg in.
Able to get him back down again.
Humbert doesn't impress me as the type of experienced wrestler who should be throwing that leg in there. He could be getting himself into trouble here.
He did wrestle some varsity matches last year, I understand, but coming into tonight, as we mentioned, 6-3 record, so
takes the leg out. He's got a cross face. Butler stood him right up.
This is where Butler's going to have to come up with something extra special, I would think, if he wants to get at least 4 points for his team.
I think Humbert, trying too much to put him on his back, should have just settled down and work the match his way, wrestle his way, and turn him. It seems like he's a little flustered because he can't get him on his back right away. He could have settled down and just work a move, get a good, smart ride on him, and try and get a pinning combination and roll him over.
Well, if Humbert can pull this out, it's all over. Hightstown will win. However, if Butler can hang on and get 3 points for his team, it'll be 30-18, as we mentioned. With the forfeit win at heavyweight, that would make it 30-24, and Hamilton still could tie with a pin at 189. But we'll see about that when we get to it. 18 seconds to go in this match. Butler still on top, 6-4.
Humbert asking timeout to the ref. That shoulder, as we mentioned before, seems to be bothering him.
He's being looked at by Hightstown trainer Joanne Zapicki. Down on one knee. He looks like he's hurting a little bit. I don't know what it is exactly, but you did mention, we saw before, he was holding that shoulder. I think it was his left shoulder, if I'm not mistaken, Sean.
Yeah, his left shoulder.
And Humbert will continue.
And again, it's not unknown for wrestlers to ask the referee for a timeout for an injury to catch a breather.
And he probably could use that little blow with just 18 seconds to go to try and get that one last move. And
Butler not giving up. I guess he knows the best defense is good offense. He's protecting his lead by going after some points.
And he is going to hold on with just 2 seconds to go.
Rolls through. No reversal. It's going to end 6-4.
So a scoreless third period. And Butler hangs on for the 6-4 win. He gets 3 points. The Hornets draw within 12. It's now 30-18. And the match will ride at 189. And we'll see Hightstown senior Sam Turner against Hamilton senior Paul Evans. And you wouldn't want the match, I guess, to end any other way with a couple of very competent wrestlers. Turner 7-3, Evans 7-3-1. About as evenly matched as you can get, I would think. And it comes down to this, folks. 189, Turner against Evans.
Turner, I think, has the edge, though, because he just doesn't have to get pinned.
Yeah,
all he has to do is stay off his back.
And 2 points.
Oh, nice re-switch by Evans, or by Turner. Evans with a nice switch, and Turner with a nice re-switch.
Neutral position, and the escape 1 point to Evans. So Turner leads 2-1. Be interesting to know if these two wrestlers went at each other last year and what the outcome was, Sean.
Yeah, I'm sure Paul Evans knows what this match means. He's got a pin. He's got a pin. The pressure's on him.
And even with that, the best that Hamilton could gain out of that would be a tie. Of course, a tie would give him a better shot at the CVC Colonial Division title.
Oh, nice fireman's there. Fireman's carry.
Now he gets the takedown.
It's provided Hamilton doesn't lose another match. If they came out with a tie tonight, they would be awarded the CVC crown, since they would only have one tie, and Hightstown would have one loss and a tie.
Two losses.
Two losses.
Okay, yeah, right. With the tie, it would be one loss and a tie. You're right. Of course, they still do have to go up against Nottingham, a team that Hightstown beat earlier in a surprise. Evans leads 3-2. Just 20 seconds.
Pop his head out, and he does for the reversal. Good move by Sam Turner.
Turner now on top by a single point, 4-3. Notice his teammates over there telling him to look up at the clock at the time. There's just 12 seconds to go in this first period. So don't make any mistakes. And obviously don't let Evans up. Time will expire here now in the first period, with Turner on top by a scant 4-3 score. Evans in the down position for the Hornets. That's Turner still in control in the blue for Hightstown. Potentially dangerous there as Turner got a foot and bending the ankle a little bit too much, and you could see the agony on Evans' face there, I believe. As we take a look at Hightstown coach Paul Eckley, looks calm and collected there.
Sam Turner riding well. Gets a little high here, though. He tried to throw the leg in. He got high, still has control. He's gonna have to spin around. I think he thinks it's neutral. Now it is. I think he thought that the ref had given Evans a point for an escape.
I believe so.
And he didn't know he was still in control. I'm sure he could have swung around. I'm sure he could have spun around and regained, and he still had control technically and stayed with control if he had just spun around.
This match all tied up now at 4-4 following the escape by Evans. Minute and 10 seconds to go in the second period.
There's that fireman again. Takes the fireman into a single. I think he's going to get 2 out of this, and he does.
Evans gets the takedown and takes the lead also 6-4. But he has to pin for his team to pull out a tie here.
Injury timeout.
And Hamilton coach Ralph DeLibero doesn't like that at all. Having a few words with the referee. As Sam Turner for Hightstown down now and being looked at by Hightstown coach Paul Eckley and Hightstown trainer Joanne Zapicki. Assistant coach for Hightstown Roger Weck also out there.
Seems to be okay.
He obviously will continue. Just 39 seconds to go in this period. Turner trails 6-4.
Goes to the inside switch.
Gets the escape for 1.
Oh, he trips on the mat.
Nice recovery by Turner, however. As he tripped and fell and then did a nice little back roll and came up on his feet.
That could be
smelling like roses.
That could be a sign of fatigue there. While he was backstepping, he tripped over the mat, maybe a little tired, not picking his feet up.
Eckley yelling some encouragement out to his wrestler.
We got a stalling warning here.
Against who?
I guess it was on both wrestlers.
Turner making his move just at the buzzer. And at the end of 2 periods, it's Evans on top now, 6-5.
See Coach Eckley there. He wants him to come up. He wants Sam Turner to stand up. Come up, he said.
The final 2 minutes of action here. Channel 8 Sports bringing the action from Hightstown High. Bill Applegate along with Sean O'Brien.
Well, he apparently didn't listen to Coach Eckley. He tried to switch there.
He's got to get up.
He's got to come up. If he just keeps coming up, try to get that escape. Don't work for a reversal now. Work for an escape. You want the tie.
Don't bring that arm back like that, though, Sam. Just an open invitation.
He's got to spin. He's got to spin and clear his leg. There's one. There it is.
That ties it up.
Just under a minute and a half. He's got a leg. He hooks it. That's 2.
Turner now in control.
He's working the arm bar there. He's going to try and pop that over his head and run it around. I think he's taking a break right here.
I was going to say, this comes down now to stamina, I would think, and fatigue. And who wants it more at this point? Turner on top 8-6, and also on top of Evans. Looking for a pinning combination.
He's going to pull the bar across. That's another way to go with that. Instead of popping it over, you got the wrist with one hand, you can pry under his, reach it under his elbow with the other and pry across his back with your elbow and pull him across.
1 point is going to be awarded to Hamilton. I'm not sure what it was for, stalling.
I'm not sure either. Evans with a good stand-up. Turner still has that leg. He's got control. If Evans can clear his leg, he can clear out of there. He needs 1 point to tie it up.
Nice sit out there, but he wasn't able to follow through with it.
I'm sure these guys are really tired at this point.
20 seconds to go, and this is a whale of a finish here at Hightstown. Turner leading by a point, trying to get Evans on his back.
He's getting points here. 7 seconds.
That's just about going to do it. There's the pin.
With 4 seconds to go in the third period. That ends the match.
Yes, sir. Turner comes through for Hightstown, leading by a scant 1 point, 8-7. In the final bout of the evening, 189 pounds. He records the fall with just 4 seconds to go. Gives Hightstown the win, ups the advantage to 36-18, and of course the forfeit win at heavyweight gives 6 more points to Hamilton, and the final score is Hightstown 36 and Hamilton 24, but quite an evening of wrestling, Sean.
Yeah, it was very exciting. Some good wrestling tonight. We saw some excellent wrestling by Jason Katz, really impressed me, and Gary Munch really impressed me also for Hightstown.
Yeah, he came through very, I don't know how you say it, explosively, I guess. Munch just came out and ripped Jeff Quick apart 15-0, and he did it early in the second period. He had a 13-0 lead after just 1 period. Falls by Craig Peterson for Hamilton. That was their only fall of the evening.
Joe Starace had a fall at 160 over Todd Reddick.
You're right. I'm sorry. Okay, 2 falls for the Hornets there. Good job for Hamilton coming in with a 7-2 record. They pick up their 3rd loss. Hightstown now with a chance to become the co-champions of the Colonial Division of the CVC with a win tonight. They're now 6-3 overall, 6-1 in the CVC. It's their 5th straight win of the year, and a very fine evening for the Hightstown Rams. This has been Bill Applegate along with Sean O'Brien here from Hightstown High. We hope you enjoyed the match. Final score once again was Hightstown 36, Hamilton 24. We thank you for joining us. This has been a Channel 8 sports presentation.
Titus, I'm bored. What plaything can you offer me today?
An obscure body in the SK system, Your Majesty. The inhabitants refer to it as the planet Earth.
How peaceful it looks.
Most effective, Your Majesty. Will you destroy this Earth?
Later. I like to play with things a while before annihilation.